Hello, everyone. Welcome to our free Zoom about magic, chaos, and convergence. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Okay, let's start. And if you guys have any question, and you can send me the question also. Okay. So why I choose this topic? Kind of like recently, I realized how often we try to make ourselves normal, just the same as everybody else. But true magic starts when you are willing to be you, more of you, all of you, and as different as you are, as weird as you are. Everywhere you try not to be you, not to be different, not to be weird, in order to avoid people's judgment, will guys destroy and create all. Oh, rarong
Yeah.
by Ponenpo. All I hundred shots, boys, powers, creations, visit and beyond. When we do normal, there is no magic. And it's boring, it's not fun. But when we are willing to be all of us, all of you, we will have more magic. Rarong Ponenpo, all 100 shots, boys, powers, creations, bases, and beyond. Because you are the source. You are the source of the magic. The magic is not outside, it's inside. It's from you. When you are being you, when you are willing to go beyond this reality, not kind of like try to fit in, then true magic will show up. All 100 shows, powers, creation, species, and beyonds. Everywhere, kind of like you try to kind of like put your one of your foot is in the reality of possibilities. The other foot in this reality. Will you guys destroy and create all? Around the bottom for all 100 shots, voice powers, creation, this and beyond. What if you have 2 feet in the reality of possibilities? What will that create? Everything doesn't allow you to perceive no be received that, destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and paw. All 100 shots, boys, poets, creation, beasts and beyonds. And how many of you actually know that you are not normal? No matter how hard you try, how hard you try to fit in, how hard you try to kind of like, change yourself and to adapt to this reality, it never works. You find something is missing. You are not happy because you are not allow yourself to be all of you, more of you. Everything that is times quotidian, destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good
Yes.
and bad, point, Paul, all 100 shots, boys, powers, creations, vices, and beyonds. And also why I see chaos. Chaos is also a very kind of like an interesting element. How often kind of like we try to create a lot of structures in our life because people think structures will provide the security, the stability. Kind of like when we have a lot of structures, we don't need to be present, we don't need to ask questions, we don't need to kind of like choose different. We can just be on autopilot of our life. Everything
Mhm.
that it times God didn't destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good
Yeah.
and bad, potential, all 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, bases and beyonds. All kind of like before you have built some structures, you succeed and you get some benefit from that. But structures not cannot work forever. Instead, we should have systems. Or we think when things doesn't work, we need to change. So all
Yeah.
the structures you have built around your life, you think that kind of like, oh, it provide me the security, stability, and I'm familiar with that. I'm comfortable with all of that. Will you guys destroy and create all? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 100 shots, boys, powers, creation, business, and beyond. In the structures, there is no new possibilities. But in chaos, when we instill chaos into our life, more possibilities, infinite possibilities will show up. Everything doesn't love that, destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, potential, all 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, base and beyond. And when you are truly being you, you are chaos. Every day when you wake up, you are a different person. Every day, did you watch the movie that called the 51st? I think it's the movie kind of like talk about a girl. Every time when she wakes up, she forgot what happened yesterday. And I think it's called 51st kind of like days or something like that. Yeah, I forgot the exact name. Okay. It's kind of like every day you can be a new person. You can have a new reality if you are willing to have that. Everything doesn't allow that, destroy and create all. Right around good bottom pole, all 100 shows, voice, powers, creation, business beyond. Then we have the question, what grand and glorious adventure can we have today? And who am I today? That's based on the chaos you truly are. Because yes, when you are living in as a question, every day can be an adventure. Every day you have different choices, you have different possibilities, you meet different people, you have different creation, and the universe gives you different possibilities. Everything doesn't allow that, destroy and create all right wrong good bottom pole, all 100 shots, boys, powers, creations, bases and beyonds. But when we function from structures, we don't ask questions and we repeat the same day, the day after day, again and again and again and again. It's boring. Yeah, when you function from structures and change becomes difficult because we are so familiar with the choices, the limited possibilities we have, and usually based on the past experience and usually within this reality, but not the menu of infinite possibilities and choices. Everything that is times Gaussian, destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and paw. All 100 shots, boys, powers, creations, bases, and beyonds. So, what ESC can you and your body be to be the chaos and the joy you truly be? Everything that doesn't love that, destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and paw. All 100 shots, boys, powers, creation, bases, and beyonds. And all the energy you use to maintain your structures because it will cost a lot of energy to maintain something, unchangeable and solidify it. Everything that it times got it in. This John create all. All 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, this and youngs. Invite more energy or chaos. Everything doesn't allow that. Destroy and create all. All 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, this and beyond. Think about when you are a little kid, how joyful you are and you have curiosity and every day you just explore different things and even can like ask you to do the same thing every day, you will refuse that. But when we become elder, how much we can like get used to hold on to and can like just maintain all the structures, everything that at times was in this joint create all. Right around good and bad, pot and paw, all 100 shots, boys, powers, creations, bases, and beyonds. And just before at the beginning of our call, Hattie asked me, can you talk more about the convergence? Of course, because like, yeah, our things covered, kind of like people so get used to kind of like live on their own island. It's boring, kind of like, because the world is really big, right? Kind of like, we have different culture, we have different views and different kind of like countries and different people in all the places of the world. And kind of like when we live as an island, we receive a little, but kind of like the universe has infinite possibilities and it tries to give to us every day. But when we are willing to function from the convergence, and together we can create more, we can create something greater, what you are good at and what I'm good at, and we cooperate and we co-create, and then we function from the convergence of possibilities, something totally new can show up, greater than what we create separately. Everything doesn't allow you guys to perceive, know, be, and receive that. Destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, people. All 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, business, and beyond. I'm also an RDD facilitator. And in the class, we will talk about kind of like a creation shape.
Oke,
What is
step
creation
two
shape? Creation
yang
shape
di
is like
tempat semua
okay,
tak
I
berarti
will mute you. Although you are beautiful, but I have to mute you. Okay, it's kind of like what is kind of like creation shape? Creation shape is kind of like two people or more people come together and create something at least 20 times greater than when they work alone. So that is creation shape. It's about kind of like you can co-create and then expand each other's life. Yeah, so that's really, it's not based on the kind of like it's a need. It's not based on, it's based on the our ability to create. So what if kind of like we invite more creationship into our life? How how much more expansion can you have when you are willing to have more creationships in your life? Everything doesn't allow that, destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, put and pull, all 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, basis, and beyonds. Yeah, and also at the beginning of the new year, Gary and Dan did the call about convergence. Yeah, it's now more than ever we need to, I mean, work together. Look at the earth. How can the earth be such beautiful and thriving place when you go to the nature and you when there is no human invention, there is prosperity, there is thriving everywhere because every plant, animal, insects, they are working together. They are a big ecosystem. They are contributing and receiving from each other. And then as the result, every every element thrives more. Everything doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive, destroy, and create all. Right, wrong, good, and bad, all 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, base, and beyonds. And we also talk about one thing called autonomy. Autonomy is actually quite you know popular in the last year, I think past year, autonomy. And when we function from autonomy, it means kind of like, oh yeah, we can do it alone, and we can kind of like make ourselves satisfied with everything we have. But there are more. What if you are willing to receive more? What if you are willing to expand more? Everywhere can like you now think, oh, my life is good enough. I don't need anybody. And I don't need more. I'm satisfied with what I'm having now. Well, you guys, this Jordan Cradle. Right around the bottom for all 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, business, and beyond. What if you can ask for more? Because the universe is not on a budget. Right around the bottom for all 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, species, and beyond. And every person is like, the unique chemical element. And one plus one will create something different. And just because everyone is such a unique flower or animal or insect or whatever can like then coming together, we create such a beautiful planet. If we are all the same, it's boring. Right on good for all 100 shows, voice powers, creation, species, and beyonds. Yeah, this is kind of like just magic and chaos. You truly are. And when you are willing to choose function from the convergence of possibilities, something greater and more possibilities can show up in your life. Rarang Gunang Bapompo, all 100 shows, voice powers, creations, species, and beyonds. Yeah. So what can you add to your life? What can you choose in your life to make your life a more beautiful, more joyful, and more thriving experience on the earth? Rarang Gunang Bapompo, all 100 shows, voice powers, creations, species, and beyonds. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys can like have more questions and more things you want to ask. If you guys have, you can
So
have, yeah.
anyone? Yeah, anyone may have a question for Heidi. For information, Heidi would like to come to Jakarta for
Yes,
several classes
yeah,
starting for 29 April.
yeah. I have,
Introduction to Symphony
yes.
and
Oh, wait, sorry, sorry. Can you unmute? Yeah, unmute. Um, hello, Heidi, can you unmute?
hello,
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
hear me?
Now yeah, now.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
for the 29 April is Introduction to Symphony. Uh, it's going to be at night at 7:30 to 9:30. And Heidi and me will facilitate the foundation class from 30 April to 2nd May. And also Heidi have interesting class, money entities, at the 2nd May, 7:30 to 9:30. And also five elements of intimacy on 4th May, whole day, whole class, yeah. Whole day for the
Yes.
class.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Hattie will be my host and kind of like we have
Yeah,
also people play
yeah,
together and co-create and
yeah.
yeah.
There are also Leonie and Wanda if someone would like to have require further information about the classes.
Yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
also kind of like what can we create? And
Mm,
now kind of like
mm,
what joyful and joyful experience can we have this time? And
mm.
what magic can we create?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
about kind of like have fun and create some magic. And enough
Yeah.
being normal. I'm done with being normal. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of like done being normal?
Anyone
Sure.
would like any question for Heidi regarding this Zoom call or maybe something else? Maybe
Yes.
require clearing or something. We still have about 5 minutes.
Now kind of like yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
we can have
depends on the
more.
questions.
Yeah, if you guys have questions, let's
Mhm.
engage. When
Yeah.
we engage, kind of like we can create more possibilities. What what questions do
Yeah.
you guys have about the classes? It's kind of like I'm asking, what is the land asking for, and what will be fun for us
Mm,
to kind of
mm,
like have. So kind of like something about entity and money and entities show up. Kind of
mm.
like it's a funny one because in my life,
Mhm.
entities really contribute me a lot, and in financial reality especially. So I allow facilitating this class, money and
Yeah.
entities. Are you willing to receive money from entities?
Yeah, this class is quite interesting. Can you a little bit talk more about the money entities class? Probably, maybe some people in Indonesia doesn't really can I don't know can what exactly this class about? What this
Yeah,
class talking about? Maybe you can have elaborate things,
yeah.
some wording about the
It's
class.
yeah. It's about
Mm,
receiving more. This class is about receiving. Are you willing to receive more from
mm,
the entities? And entities can give you money in so many different ways. It's so funny, kind of like in the most weird ways, and it's with total ease. But so many people have so many judgments about entities. They are not willing to receive from entities, and entities can not only give you money, but so many other things. But when we have judgments of entities, it makes us to makes it's difficult for us to receive from entities. Everything that it times quotidian, disjoint critical, Jaran Galimbat Potenpo, all the handle shows both powers, creation species, and beyonds. Yeah, yeah. Money and entities is quite funny. And a lot of people will give me some feedback after class. They receive some presents, gifts from very weird ways, kind of like also, you know, a lot of entities are the kind ones, the benevolent ones, they are waiting to gift us. But so many times we think we don't deserve. And if it's too weird and it's too easy, we are not willing to receive because it's too easy. all 100 shots boys powers creation basis and beyond. Oh my God. And also it's about kind of like acknowledge the difference you are. Acknowledge the difference you are. When you are willing to be a gift for the entity, for the spirit world, they are also willing to give to you. Are you willing to be the gift for the spirit world? All 100 shots, boys, powers, creation, beings, and beyonds. So many beings, we are never alone, and so many beings are willing to take care of us. But do we trust? Do we trust us? Do we trust the universe? And do we trust kind of like the earth and the consciousness and the universe and all kinds of conscious beings are willing to cooperate with us to create more for our life and for the earth? All 100 shows, boys, powers, creations, species, and beyonds. And money actually entities have different perspective about money because money is for our body. And for entities, they don't need money, so they have quite different perspective about money. Yeah, so what can you receive from the spirit world that will change your financial reality? All 100 shows, boys, powers, creation, basis, and beyonds. Yeah. This is a little brief about this class, but in this class, we will talk more about it. Yeah, I still remember last time when I facilitated the RTD intro in Jakarta, kind of like the entity were already quite excited and make the lights kind of like bling, 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 bling. So this time, and they are also asking, can you add something about entities? And okay, this time I will add something about entities. Yeah. And also it's a very special topic because money is quite this reality topic when entity
Yes.
is totally beyond this reality. When these
Yes.
two come together, what adventure can we have? Yeah, this is the money and
Okay.
entities. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. And we
Yeah.
will also have the symphony introduction
Intro.
class,
Yeah.
also 5 elements of intimacy. We can also
Yes.
talk a little bit about this too, and also the
Yeah.
upcoming online classes. Yeah, and first I want to talk about the introduction to symphony. It's one of my favorite classes. Yeah,
No.
symphony SOP.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually I heard about SOP when I was in Bali having the 3D body class. And then
Mm.
a guy from Indonesia kind of like he
Mhm.
was talking about SOP because he took the SOP class and he was SOPing a dog, a puppy. And say, oh, what is
Oh.
this? And kind of like, and he told me that this is SOP, this is magic. Okay,
Mhm.
I see. Oh, I must learn this. At that moment, I was new to access. I must learn it. And then kind of like after years, kind of like I study SOP and practice SOP. I attend the master class, and then I finally can facilitate the introduction to symphony. And every class is so different. And it's about claiming and owning the magic of you, the magic of you and being the SOP more in your life. It can apply to every area of your life. It can create magic and miracles, adding magic and miracles. Everything doesn't allow that. This John Cradle, for all 100 shows, voice, poets, creation, vision, beyond. Are you willing to be the energetic magician? Because everything is energy. When we change energy, everything changes. Yeah, are you willing to have the power to change energy? All 100 shows, voice, poets, creation, basis, and beyonds. Yeah, so the introduction to symphony can only be facilitated by Maestro. No, not Maestro, but SAP. SAP. Not only Maestro, but SAP. And we will, in that class, we will learn how play with energy, SOP energy. Yeah, but if you want to kind of like provide the SOP session, you need to go to the 3D class only facilitated by Dr. Den. He will have one coming soon on April 21st to 26th. in Slovenia. Yeah, if you are interested, you can also choose that. It's a really miraculous class, kind of like just using your hand and using your touch to change everything. 让个奔波 all my hand shows voice powers, creations, vices, and beyonds. Yeah, it's not normal. It's not for the
Mhm.
normal people.
It's
As well.
24 to 26 April, right, in Slovenia?
Yes, yes,
Oh, okay, cool.
Slovenia. Yeah, and our
Okay,
introduction to symphony is I think it's on 29th, right? Yeah, on 29th
correct,
night. Yeah,
correct.
yeah. If you want to have a taste of the SOP, it's a good
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah, and you can
Yeah,
also play adding SOP energy into your life
yeah,
after that class. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
beginning,
yeah.
beginning, and the taste of magic of SOP universe. How
Mm.
does it get better than this?
Well, does it get any better? For me, when I was do the symphony,
Hmm.
feel I felt kind of weird when I'm doing it because it seems that my hands would like to, movable by itself. And
I
I
see.
feel that I was a weirdo person that time. However, when I let it be, let it flow, and let just connect with the universe, it's moving easily, and I feel more comfortable. And the more you're comfortable, the energy is running so well, so great. So
Yeah,
that was kind of experience for me that I don't know what I did. I mean, uh, how can I uh, how could I do that? Kind of questions. However, I could
yeah.
doing that easily. So it was very fun experience
Yeah,
and
it's
doing that. So
yeah, yeah. Most people will find it's kind of like weird and but fun and
yeah.
cannot explain, and it's
Mm,
because it's not logic, it's magic,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
everybody can do it and can be it. Yeah, see,
mm-hmm,
I have facilitated many introduction to symphony class, and I haven't met one person who cannot do SOP, and you can never do SOP wrong.
mm-hmm,
100 shots
mm-hmm.
voice powers creations based on beyond. The only
Yeah.
thing is can like let go of your control, let go of
Yes.
your control and be you. And
Okay.
and also, we have another class called the Five Elements of Intimacy. And this is really a very beautiful class, I have to say. And just before I went to Jakarta, I will have an RDD 3D class in Mandarin. And it's I mean, a very big part of the relationship thing because I see that all the relationship should start with you when you are willing to have intimacy with yourself, a lot of things will become more clear, and what you desire and what does not work and what works will become more clear. And when you really have intimacy with yourself, then you can have intimacy with others. If you are looking really for a relationship, start from yourself and really kind of like um, I love facilitating RDD class, and this is a like a specialty class, and we will have a beautiful menu. In that menu, we will kind of like include many elements about kind of like have intimacy with yourself. Um, the energy is really beautiful because I found that in relationship is really one area. A lot of people easily divorce with themselves because we are so aware. We're all aware kind of what other people's opinion and what their universe, their points of views. So many people can like quite sensitive and quite have much awareness, easily lost themselves in other people's reality. What if you really have intimacy with yourself? Then you know what is true for you. And then it's easy for you to create relationship and easy for you to change what doesn't work. But for a lot of people, when things doesn't work, when we don't have the intimacy with ourselves, we will kind of like put put up with it, can think, oh, it's good, it's all good, it's okay. But actually, we perceive that something is going wrong, something is off. We need to change something. We perceive that the way kind of like the relationship goes, it does not work for me. What if kind of like we can be honest? We can be honest. We can honoring ourselves and to see, okay, what really doesn't work and what do I truly desire. right on good and bad, all handle shows voice powers, creations, bases, and beyond. And when we really have intimacy with ourselves, actually we will have peace with the world. It's the thing, the problems, the relationship problem usually start when we don't have peace with ourselves. When we desire that and then say, okay, if I don't have that, I can have this. And when we desire kind of like something bigger, or when we don't think we deserve it, Rarangabampo all handle shows boys powers creation business and beyonds. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to facilitate this class. Five elements of intimacy is will be live and online, and people can also join online from all over the world. Yeah, what else is truly possible? What magic can we be, and what magic can we create, and what fun can we have? Yeah, every day of our life should be a celebration, should be full of fun. Yeah. What if we make everyday
So,
life a
yeah.
celebration? Yeah.
Anyone have a further question to Heidi? Otherwise, we just close this Zoom.
Yeah. Guys, do you have any questions? Yeah, any questions is welcome. Yeah.
Mm,
Even the you think
not
this a
relevant with
little,
this topic.
yeah, a little kind of like your question will contribute to others. I always encourage any people to ask questions. Usually, when you ask questions, sometimes you will find other people will find that, oh, she's asking that question for me, or I have the similar question, or I have gained so much awareness from that. So if
Mm.
you are hesitating whether you should ask, just ask.
Okay, seems that anyone doesn't have any question.
Um,
Okay, we just close the Zoom and looking forward to you coming to Jakarta.
yes. Okay. Thank
And we
you.
also have another two Zoom call, yeah. But I will send in the group about the energy pool. Thanks.
Yeah, we will have like we will have like two calls online before I go to Jakarta. And the first one
Mm.
is about some very interesting topic about lust. Do you,
Last.
yeah,
Oh.
kind of like, do you avoid lust? Do you judge
Mm.
lust? What if you embrace lust? Ah, we have a question. How can you protect from negative energy? A very good question, huh? It's from Jen. Kind of like, yeah. So actually, we don't need protect because you're an infinite being. An infinite being actually don't need any protection, but you can allow every energy go through you, not stuck in your field, not stuck in your space. What if you allow every energy to contribute to you, even judgment, even people's resentment? It can be a contribution to you. If you don't have any point of view, if you let that energy flow through you, you can receive more. Everything doesn't like that. Destroy crudo. Good
Mm.
all handle shots with powers creation business. And everywhere you think that yourself is powerless and kind of like you need to protect yourself. Destroy crudo. All handle shots voice powers creation business and beyond. If you let allow all the energy flow through you, it will become a contribution for all 100 shows, both powers, creations, bases, and beyonds. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
did you?
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay. And the upcoming call is about lust energy pole, and also kind of there will be a, SOP tester about Earth's
Well,
power and the
body.
wells. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope that question helps you. That answer helps you, Jen.
That's really cool, clearly related with the negative energy. So we
Yes.
unconsciously have that kind of judgment that we are powerless.
Yeah.
Therefore, we all times need protection.
No, no need for protection. Kind of like
Okay.
yeah, in TDTE, we have one slogan, be scary, not be scared.
Yeah. Okay, Heidi, thank you so much for this Zoom call. Hopefully seeing you very soon. Thank you for the ladies and gentlemen who joined this Zoom call. Thank you for your time, guys. We will see you again very soon.
Yeah, thank you guys and see you online
Okay.
and live. Really hope to see you guys
Okay.
live. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Heidi. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.